The situation in Nepal, as far as the earthquake is concerned, has actually changed again since there has been a second earthquake yesterday, measuring about 7.3 to 7.4 depending on the reports. This time just east of Kathmandu, about 60 kilometers, and it's a desperate situation for the people not accessible by road. The second earthquake is, I think we're still very much on the beginning of finding out the extent of it. You know, we're now just about 27, 28 hours after it, and we were able to facilitate an assessment flight early this morning that went into the epicenter, the area of the epicenter, and the images that were brought back are shocking, really, to say the least. Houses or villages that were destroyed, about 2/3 during the first earthquake have now been destroyed completely and are inhabitable. People have, you know, cannot live in their houses and they're now living outside. There's not enough tarpaulin or plastic that they had in the first place, and now many of them are living outside. Their food stocks have been buried under their houses. They don't have enough food anymore. The water coming down in the streams is silty, not drinkable anymore. So the situation is getting more desperate. As far as I can tell, what the potential problems for the future will be are especially in housing, for people to have a roof over their head, and for food security. The housing aspect is important because in a few weeks monsoon rains are going to start, and the roads that are now affected by landslides quite often, they will be even worse affected due to the rains and more landslides and being less navigable for the trucks trying to bring in the goods to rebuild the houses. So in the long term, you know, you then have the winter approaching after the monsoon, so it's really going to be difficult for people to be able to live out in the open. I have heard reports that people are saying they will live in tents under temporary shelter for many months into the new year. I have heard reports that people do not know how to rebuild their houses, because in the first place, you know, these houses have been in existence for a long time. So with so many houses destroyed, needing to rebuild is just going to be a huge problem. The situation in our office has changed quite dramatically. After the first 3 days of being in operation, we thought we were able to provide some stability to the program and to the systems so that people knew that we would know how things went. With a new earthquake, a lot of the tasking has changed, and teams that needed to go out are now doing assessments in order to now know what they want to do in the newly affected areas. MAF can make a difference in Nepal by helping coordinate the flights that are being booked at our office here, in conjunction with the operator, that we can offer services to the various humanitarian agencies in this country. We're able to offer also a substantial discount between 70 and 90% to the various agencies working in helping relieve the human suffering after the earthquake that has been experienced by the people here. The interest that we have received in the coordination for the flights has just been overwhelming. We've registered, I would almost guess, 30 different organizations by this time in just a few days. And whenever they come back and hearing the stories of how they've been able to access remote areas at such an affordable rate, it's just very satisfying to hear that we know that it is making a difference in the lives of the Nepalese people.